Okay, so this is a bit of what I do. Now, like Shilpa said, a lot of us saw AI kind of coming for artists and for art. And when it first started becoming a really big thing, I was like, shit, your girl is the biggest target. And for a long time, I was like, AI, get out. And I did not want to touch it with a 10-foot pole. I don't know if that was me being stubborn or me being a purist, but I think that's a much deeper discussion, which I can't do in 7 minutes, can I? I can't. So I basically had two choices. Either I had to change my career, which I really didn't want to do, or I had to find a way to get on board without losing my creative integrity. So I've broken it down for myself. This is in retrospect. When I was kind of like going through this process, I had no idea what I was doing. I was like fumbling around. But essentially, I learned how to adapt to AI. As an artist, as a creative, I just want to do the fun stuff, right? Okay, actually, I think a lot of us feel like that. Do you guys feel like that? Yeah, you don't want to spend your precious time and energy doing boring admin shit. I'm sorry, I keep saying shit.
I don't know about the feel.
Okay, oh, great. And then after that, I didn't want to see AI simply as a tool, so I started to kind of see it as a friend. I know that's kind of dangerous territory because we don't want to humanize it too much, but you know what? It made it easier for me to digest the fact that this thing exists and it's gonna help me. All of that being said, I still did grieve what I was losing in the process. I'm gonna talk about that in just a sec. So I'm gonna give you guys like a really funny example. I work as a writer-director, and a lot of times a core part of my job is to brainstorm ideas, kind of go through my head and write something out, whether it's a brief that a fellow filmmaker can understand, or I'm jumping straight into like a 10, 20-page script. I need to be able to get from here to here to here. Now, I found that when I would like kind of sit down and write, all by myself, by the way, I would self-censor a lot. So I came up with this little hack where I'd basically talk to the camera and I'd yap at myself for like a solid 10 or 15 minutes. And I put on this really like cute Snapchat filter, by the way, just so that I don't obsess over how my face looks that day. And when I was done, I'd have this 10-minute video, but it's gonna take me ages to like sit down and listen to my voice, and I don't wanna hear my voice. So I'd simply just pop it into ChatGPT, transcribe without paraphrasing, and then from there, I'd look through, and if I wanted, I'd say summarize such and such, and boom, start to finish, within about 20 minutes, everything has come out from here to here to here in a way that flows, a way that's not censored, and a way that hopefully makes sense to anyone who's gonna read it. So I highly recommend, if you guys can, maybe don't film yourself directly, just record your voice, because that allows you to, at least from my experience, it allows you to have like an unfiltered stream of consciousness and ideation and creativity. And if that's not a good thing, then I don't know what is. So the second part was treating it like a friend. Now, AI is not like an inner circle friend, but it's also not a friend whose story I watch from afar and like never speak to, right? AI is kind of in the middle. And so for me, a big thing to consider was, how often am I using AI? When I'm working on a project, do I use it at the beginning, the middle, the end, throughout? So I usually tend to kind of mark this out for myself so I don't accidentally overuse it. If I'm writing, I'll use it in the beginning just to kind of, get those bulk of the ideas out there. If I'm working on some like graphic artwork, I'll do everything manually and then pop it into Kling AI right at the end, just for a bit of like, bringing the image to life. So I try and stay very conscious about that. And I also try and remind myself that, like my friends, AI cannot solve everything. It's there to help you, like maybe mark little signposts along the way, but it's not there to replace you. Because I think so many of us, that's a very hot topic right now, right? AI is gonna replace artists, gonna replace us, all of us. But that's only if you let it. And the good thing is that you still have control over how much you do or don't use AI. So like, be friends, but at a bit of a distance. Now, this is my favorite part. I love to cry. I think everyone should cry a lot. And what made me really upset using AI was grieving this kind of loss of humanity, and the fact that, over over my entire life, over all our lives, especially if you've gone through the Singaporean education system, we're drilled and drilled to learn critical thinking, comprehension, problem-solving skills, freaking A-level math for no reason. And we learn how to kind of go through that entire process. And now, wouldn't it just be really sad if we delegated everything to a computer and just never use those abilities again? Isn't it so much more gratifying to know that, yes, I slogged through to write this paper or solve this client problem, but I did it? I don't know about you guys, maybe it's a pride thing, but I think it's quite rewarding to know that, yes, I have developed these skills and I have used them. So I think it's important, at least for me as an artist, to still acknowledge that feeling and know that it's okay to feel both sides. So what do we do going forward? Oh, I got you. What do we do going forward? I'm gonna speak a little bit faster. We create balance, simple. You use more AI, balance it out. Do some research, go to your local library, get out in the sun, in the mud, roll around, go see friends, and collaborate with people in real life. It's okay to collaborate with the robot, but don't forget everyone else around you. Now, I could go on and on and on. Like I said, I thought we were just here to yap. But I just want to leave you guys with one quick little shameless plug. Not only am I an artist, I also help people unlock their creativity through like custom workshops and coaching and that sort of shit. And I fully believe that everyone is creative. And you can unlock your creativity through play and reflection. So if you're keen, hit me up. Thanks.